Hi, welcome back to the channel. I'm Michelle, and today I want to share with you February favorites. So, a couple things first. This right here is postpartum hair. Like, I have no idea what's going on. It will not stay down no matter what I do. So we're just gonna deal with it. Okay, it's gonna be in the video. It's gonna be our little friend in the video. And this, you see this mark here? Yeah, I was reaching for a cookbook and it fell on my head and literally made me bleed. So let's just get those out of the way right now. So, yeah. All right, back to February favorites. So I will start with mine, and then I'll go into my husband's, so kind of combine ours. So what is on my February favorites list? Let's see, let's start with food, because favorite. So this and this. I found these in 2 different locations. So this is vegan shredded cheese. I am dairy soy free. My 1-year-old does not tolerate those things well, and I nurse him. I breastfeed, so I don't consume them, and my body doesn't really like dairy and soy anymore. So I often go without cheese, but this I found at Costco. It's a really large bag. It's also gluten-free because we're a gluten-free family. It's a really large bag, really good price, and it tastes really good. Now, if you've ever tried non-dairy or vegan cheese, it's hard to find one that tastes good. And this melts really good. It's really good on pizzas, so I highly recommend that. And then, same brand, I found this at Aldi, but it's the sliced cheese for like sandwiches. Now, it's funny, my 4-year-old actually prefers this over real cheese, so it's good, again, for sandwiches. And then my sister-in-law found these at Aldi, or not Aldi, Home Goods. If you didn't know, Home Goods sells gluten-free food. It's obviously packaged stuff like that. You're not gonna find anything fresh or anything in fridge, but they sell packaged gluten-free, dairy-free food. So take a look. I tried these, they are delicious. I am a cookie connoisseur. I love all things cookie. And going gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free, especially gluten-free, it's difficult to find a good cookie. They're usually very dry just because that's how gluten-free bakery items tend to be. But this was moist and delicious. I actually looked up on Amazon to see if I could buy more. So these are really good, and they come in a bunch of different flavors, so I look forward to trying those. So those are my food favorites. Let's see, next, this is kind of a silly thing that would be on my list, but hand soap. And why is it on my list? It is certified gluten-free hand soap. And why does that matter? My 4-year-old has celiac disease. Is she eating this? Not technically, but she sticks her fingers in her mouth all the time, so it's a concern in our house. We have to have gluten-free hand soap. It's just what we have to have. And I actually found a hand soap that was certified gluten-free. It's a more natural, so it doesn't have a lot of bad ingredients in it, which that's how I prefer my things anyway. So not only is it a natural product, it's gluten-free, smells really good, and you can get it off Amazon. I know. It's for 3 of these, it costs $10, and they have, this one here is lavender coconut, they have a lemon, grapefruit, so I look forward to getting these in the future. Now I have tried their lotion, everyone's lotion, same brand. Again, it's really clean ingredients. It's also certified gluten-free for the same reason. We need to have that in my house because my 4-year-old hands all in her mouth. So, seems like a silly thing to add, but those are exciting to me. Something I recently picked up because it was clearanced on the site. I don't often buy beauty counter, but I figured I'd give it a shot. So I bought a little bit of makeup. And this oil is actually a baby oil. It was like $6, but what I use it for is my face. I have extremely dry skin, especially in the Midwest in the middle of winter. It's like I need oils on my face or my skin gets very flaky. So this is just a combination of a bunch of different oils, and it's cleaner ingredients, which I prefer obviously on my face. So every night after I wash my face, I'll put this on, and I haven't had any drying issues this winter, which is awesome because that's usually a big issue with me, especially on the cheeks right here. So, and it doesn't make me break out or anything like that, so that's been awesome. And And it's, again, just baby oil. It's meant for babies, so. But it was clearanced out, so I tried. Let's see, I got some books. Now it's funny because when it comes to books, I have no problem buying my kids books. I just literally spent $100 on an Usborne order buying books for my kids. But when it comes to me, I'm like, ooh, $10 for a book? I can't do that. So I'm like, no, I need to do better and buy myself books too. So I found this on Amazon, Celiac and the Beast. And it's a story of a woman and it's a real life story. The author's right here. About her diagnosis with celiac disease, how she went about getting diagnosed, and it's just really funny. And I wanted to read it because my 4-year-old obviously has celiac disease. I wanted to see, you know, what it's like when you're older, when you're in your 20s and 30s, what it's like going out to restaurants. And not only is it funny, it's very informative too. So I really, really appreciate that. She even goes in how to talk when you go to restaurants, how to make sure they understand your dietary restrictions. So it's informative, it's funny, I really enjoyed it. So that was my book. And then on the same topic of getting things for myself, I got this journal. It's just a prompting journal. It'll ask you questions. And I've been meaning to like calm down and wind down at night better. So I'll have like a little quote here, and then I'll have a question, and you fill it out. So I've just been trying to be better about that, to take a little time for myself and think a little about myself. So I've been enjoying that. And let's see, the last thing on my list is watercolor pens. Now these are really cool because, let me see if I can show you guys. They're like watercolors, but obviously in pen form. And what I really like is, one, you don't have to get out all the supplies to watercolor, but you can shade it so you can make something darker, you can make it lighter, you can blend colors together. Let's see what it'll do there. These are the Arteza. And I got a bunch of different colors. So what I like this is, I do like to occasionally watercolor. I'm by no means an artist, but I find it relaxing. So I got an assorted pack of colors, and it even comes with one you can just put water in to blend it more. But even when my kids do their art lessons, or I just feel like being creative, it's really nice to just be able to take them out and use them and paint real quick. It's been really fun and a creative outlet for me. So that is my February favorites. Now let's get into my husband. Oh wait, no, there was 2 more things. A TV show that my husband and I have really been enjoying is WandaVision. We watched all the Marvel movies, the Iron Man, the Captain America, and all that, and my husband really enjoys the comic books. And WandaVision has been really fun. We actually watched the last episode next week, so it's exciting. If you're looking for a good TV show, it's on Disney+, so we've been enjoying that. Let's see. A podcast I've been enjoying is the Delta Flyers. I am a big Star Trek fan. I really like Next Generation and Voyager, and the Delta Flyers is a podcast done by Robert Duncan McNeil and Garrett Wang. They are 2 actors from the show Voyager, and all the show is them recounting the episodes. They watch it, and then they talk about the episode, about what they remember, funny things behind it, and it's just really interesting getting the behind-the-scenes look. Sometimes they'll have guests on their show and talk about what went on in that show, and just little tidbits like that. As a Star Trek fan, it's really fun to get the behind the scenes stuff, and it's funny too. It's funny, not always appropriate to be listening to around children, but it's fun. All right, and my husband, his will be quick because husband. So I asked him what his favorites for February are, and we're gonna start out with his most favorite here. See this giant bottle? Okay. For comparison, that's me. This is Irish whiskey from Costco. Obviously, it's the Kirkland brand. Big container of it. He really enjoys it. He says it's extremely smooth. He drinks it straight. He doesn't add anything to it. And he really enjoys it. So he told me to add this to the list because he really, really likes it. I don't try it. I don't drink. But he enjoys it. Beef jerky from Costco. It is gluten-free, so my kids can have it too. It does have soy, so I can't eat it. But he really likes this jerky. It's very moist, not dry at all, so it's good. Gluten-Free Oreos. I'm pretty sure he eats these more than my kids. In fact, I've had to buy more because he keeps eating these. But they taste very similar to Oreos. They do have soy in them, so I don't consume them, but they're gluten-free, and it's cute. The little cookie actually says gluten-free on there. But he really likes them. The kids really like it. I really appreciate that Oreo came out with a gluten-free cookie. So those are really good. And then his last thing he wanted to add was a video game. Specifically for the PlayStation 4, it's called Jedi Fallen Order. He's been playing those most nights. He'll get himself a little glass of whiskey and play Jedi Fallen Order. It's a Star Wars game where you're a Jedi Padawan, so a Jedi in training, and you go on adventures, different things like that. He's really been enjoying it. It's been fun. And that was on the PlayStation 4. So those are our February favorites. Thanks for tuning in.